Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload on Thursday, so when you subscribe, you will receive notification when I have uploaded new content for your view, and of course, my pleasure, and it is my pleasure. I do upload once again during the week, but I don't really have a committed date of that. I really wish I could, um, because I like to be more regulated, but I don't know when it is, trust. Just subscribe and you'll be notified when you have your notifications alert on. Okay, so let's do that. I am wanting for this talk to piggyback to my last talk in which I honored, gave homage to a great man, Dr. Charles Stanley, who received his wings gone on to heaven on this past Tuesday, April 18th. And I just want to give condolences to all of us who grieving his loss, but also to share what my encounters with him had been. And after I had done that, and by the way, I'll drop the link to that in this description box for your review, and so that you can also become acquainted with Dr. Stanley. He's a man you do want to share. Over the past couple of days, I have been watching how his life would be celebrated in the religious world, meaning televangelists and in the news and all of that. And I really wanted to see if there'd be like a public memorial or whatever. On Tuesday, I was watching a panel of pastors, and they were actually taking questions from calls and emails and texts and answering them as to individuals' questions about the Bible or just in general. And this panel, they were responding to those inquiries. They also did give Dr. Stanley some recognition, but the show was not dedicated to Dr. Stanley per se. As it was ending, it was very interesting. I liked much of their take on how they responded to these written inquiries. The last email they took was from a man, and I recall it was a man because I think he had a name named Bob or something like that. And his question was, how do I forgive myself of the guilt? This is what he said, of the guilt, the sorrow, and the remorse that I carry for my own actions. And I thought, oh, wow, I want to hear how they're going to respond to that. So a few of them responded. One, in the end, they ended up giving prayer. One said something that I thought really stuck with me, and that is, how is it that you can't forgive yourself for something God himself forgave you for? Okay, so I thought, oh, that's a good way of putting it. And another responded, of course, prayer and talk to a friend, and you shouldn't harness this the rest of your life and all of that. Then I believe this person called in because I don't know why, but I believe the person called in and he began to say that he was very hurtful, very hurt for his own actions, that's causing this guilt. He's hurt, he's remorseful, he's sorrowful, and you could hear it. You could hear it in him. And I thought, oh, what did he do? Now I'm like, what did he do? Why can't you forgive yourself? Oh, I'm thinking, oh. I'm thinking, did he? Well, if he did the time for that, then you paid your price for that. And I can understand how that could be bothersome, but I'm thinking, was he unable to rescue a child from like a swimming pool or something? And he has that, because he said guilt and remorse. So guilt is you did it. Remorse is you're sorry you did it. What was it I'm thinking? So he goes on to say, I'm in my 70s now, and I've carried this more than half of my adult life. And I thought, oh, how sad. I'm thinking, oh, poor guy, I can't listen. What did he do? Oh, they didn't ask him what he did. But he went on to say what he did. And he said, I was not good to. I sent away and I lost the love of my life. Now, I hate to say it, but I was almost relieved. I was like, oh, that he killed somebody. Or he was unable to prevent a death, or he didn't, rescue a love. But the more he talked, the more it seemed like he didn't recognize what a good love the person was. And he was sorry for what he did. Now, maybe he mistreated the person. Maybe he wasn't good to him when he had them. I don't know if he ever married them. I don't know what the relationship, did he miss an opportunity for the relationship? Or did he take advantage? Whatever it was a love loss. And he was saying he didn't recognize it until the person was gone. Until the season was over. How good the person was to him. How loving and patient. How special the person was. He was saying all this. And now they're gone. I don't know what now they're gone meant. Are they no longer alive? Did they marry and move on? Do they want nothing to do with you? They ended this call in prayer. They were saying, forgive yourself. God forgives you. I'm sure the person forgave you or forgives you. They were saying the right Christian thing. And then the program went off. Like I said, it was the last email they read. But out of all of that, including my searching to see how they were going to honor Dr. Stanley, that's what I was left with. Because for something like that, what it is you missed it, or you abused it, or you brought your past ways into someone undeserving of it. Whatever it is, he said, his guilt, sorrow, and remorse. You didn't treat that person right. I'm not trying to add to that. But this is what happens with us. And then we're so saddled by the guilt, we can't even go back and reconcile it because the guilt has now imprisoned us. The guilt has now taken control of us, has now weakened us. So for something like that, so this is me. My whole channel, I always talk about apology and accountability. You have no idea how powerful that is because you don't do it. And even if it's so low down like this man, he said most of his adult life now, he's 70 years old. So some people are just not get overable, I guess. It's true. So for us, let's take a lesson from his loss. If it's someone you can reach that you love and you should, and you did the wrong, go apologize. They don't want to do nothing with me. Go up, get it off of you. Try. Don't let all these years pass and have the same experience. Because after all, they were good to you, just like he said. He said she was good to me. That could be it could be reverse roles, but I'm using this caller. She was good to me. I always thought I could just find another woman not like her, he said. This is what recognizing the purpose of the person in your life. Bringing it in. You change. You change. That person is already perfectly ready for you. You change, king. You change, queen. You change, person. You change who's doing the wrong to the person is soft-hearted towards you. loving towards you, patient and tolerant towards you. But you never know when your time is up with that person, just like this man. I don't know what the situation is with her, with the person. If she, like I said, how that ended. Make better decisions when it comes to people. Yes, let's just make better decisions when it comes to people. Because it sounds like she got a better man than he was to her. It's not that if she got a better man, I don't even know if it's an ending situation for her, but if she got a better man, it's not that he's a better man than you, sir. He's a better man than you for her. He treated her better. You might be who she really wants, but you didn't treat her well. You didn't treat her well. So he's a better man than you for her. He's a well man. You're wounded. He's a woke man. You're in darkness. He's a developed man. You're traumatized. That's what makes him better for her than you, because she doesn't have to have whatever it is. Just be better for her. If it's something you can go back and correct, go back better. State it. Say why you're better. Say why she should take you back. This is a thing that men do. Now, I don't know. Now I'm past that situation with this caller. I'm saying in general. You're afraid to verbalize it. Because verbalizing that level of emotional truth, by default, you think exposes you to that person I told them how I really feel. Now they can, no, that's what you do. That's why you got in this mess. The person told you how they felt for you. It could be in this case. She was there for him, and he said that in his call. His issues hurt it. So don't do that. It could be male or female gender, but I'm using this caller as an example. Love needs to be expressed. It wants to be free. It wants to be unharnessed. It wants to be trusted by that recipient that it's giving it to. Good love is that way. So give good love and take care of treat it like the business you want that's flourishing. Treat it like top notch, because after all, that's what it is. And I love you. Bye. I see y'all next time. Bye. I love you guys so much. Oh, I love you. Bye. I'm going to send y'all another kiss. Bye.